So this is basically a play off of the game mode Escape from Altus or Escape from Tanoa. Normally you have that capped off at like, 8 to 16 guys. This is going to be with 50. So 50 players, pretty easy medical script setting, and we'll see how things go. Just with a Zeus managing everything going. And Yak on Goga, I haven't touched this map in quite a few years, actually. We played it one other time for a one-off, and I thought, as a vanilla map, this would be better to get in on. But I'm waiting to see Harry move into the TFAR channel. And we'll see how things go. I'll give it another minute or so. But I do wish them luck in this operation. I've turned Fridays from campaigns to some various one-offs as I just play around with a few things, just trying to see, what works and what doesn't. Holy Light going naked for this one. And there he is, okay. Alright!
Guard moving to the center. Line up.
Alright, follow me.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
Outdoor time is over. Feel free to go past the door to the rest of the prison. You know the rules. If you try to escape, you will be shot. Good luck, have fun.
You're ugly.
No, you.
Oh god.
Oh, the amount of people trying to run in. Jesus, guys.
I'm gonna wait. Who's climbing on the roof?
So the sheer force of 50 people trying to run through this door caused frames to drop to like 15.
Single file, ladies.
Come on.
I fucking glitched myself again.
Aw, man, Millennium Sword, thanks for the 18-month resub. That gets you the little Lance Corporal Horn badge. I appreciate it. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this operation.
Oh god. Don't pull him up.
We had backpacks.
Like nothing in this building. It's amazing.
So all these boxes you see here are things. So some have AKs, some have backpacks, some have handguns. And then we have the medical boxes in these little buildings.
I have a backpack.
Just from the sheer amount of people running around right here, I think some people with weaker computers are going to suffer a bit.
Alright, that's something that we should carry around in a backpack.
Who are the medics? There's a medical shit in that one.
Where's the medical shit?
Over here, it's in these buildings.
I got a
There's
backpack.
med kits.
Dude, no. Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
Oh, I can't even.
Hello there.
I love it. Contact unknown.
Nemia.
So a lot of the medical stuff is back here.
Hold on. Nemia, where are you at?
You guys already grabbed the first
Come on, get out of my goddamn room.
They gone?
What a name.
It's empty.
Oh, no,
Hey,
they left the med kit.
Nemia, where are you at?
There's a med kit in
Here,
here.
1 second.
Oh, that
For
on a
support.
backpack.
Nemia.
Over here, there's a good
Where are you?
gun.
Ah, dear.
I found an RPG.
How the fuck?
You have a backpack.
Don't say the actual name.
Shit, no.
Wait, what is this about RPG?
Oh, fuck.
Random party fun.
Role-playing game. Have you never heard of this?
Random party game.
That's what it is.
And calling them off Yanni's mom, so.
We finally installed that PlayStation that we had a couple months ago.
Oh, did they get the controllers for it yet?
Yeah, so we have a VR suit and an AA launcher in there. That was meant to be a camera for a guy named Reporter Tim, who's a T0. We were making jokes upstairs before we started the op.
Why is there a dead guy in
Such
here?
a model prisoner coming back into the prison. Good job.
I think we all have
People.
Hold up.
wait.
Uh-oh.
Why does that man have a giant camera?
That is our...
He's the prison reporter, dude.
I'm
Yes.
sure he forgot.
I do not remember anything about Prison Reporter being on Manifest.
My dear friend. Look,
That was a
it is for a documentary on your country, basically.
Let's go.
Prison life.
Money to be made on in-prison pornography between the gays.
What? What?
Would you not?
Oh boy.
This is Bill Prison. There is no pornography shoot in Bill Prison.
There's a lot of medical here.
And somebody's... What the fuck was he wearing?
I am a superior bill. Jason Gray, why do you have reporter man's DR suits? I did not know this reporter man. I found suits in my suits. It was supposed to be for the DR or our reporter man.
Oh my dear
Don't need
friend.
DR suits. They need camera.
So reporter Tim has his camera.
It was in the same.
There is no ammo for that thing anywhere, by the way. It's just purely to be a meme.
Who?
Do you guys know where rep is? Hey, when's lunch?
Hide what? What is this that you are Oh, birthday present from... How did you know?
Where's the armory? Just asking for a friend.
It's not here. We have it off-site to the south. That would be very silly if we had armory here with a bunch of bills.
Compass real quick.
I do not have compass.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm poor.
Does somebody have a VR suit?
Stop being poor.
I'd love to, but I don't get paid enough to watch your butts.
Get good.
Our security is also shit.
Oh, that's not good.
no!
Oh, hide.
Shoot everybody! And it begins.
I'm terrified.
If anybody could take out the guard near me, that'd be wonderful. I'd take his gun.
Jesus Christ.
You hear that, guard? There's a guy by you.
That one's dead.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh shit, there's one right there.
I don't think Blue Dragon.
Running. Here's one right outside. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
I recommend we get the fuck out of here.
No, go to the second floor. Second floor. There's a guard. There's a body up there.
Yeah, I'm on second floor.
Move.
Alright, so I have a ghost talk I'm gonna send in a few minutes.
Oh, there's
Call the ghost talk! Call the ghost talk!
Ghost talk! We gotta go! We gotta go!
Go, 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 go. I need to catch up with the group.
Who the fuck took the gun? I had ammo. Whoever took that gun, you're an idiot.
I have a gun.
These guys are dead. Come grab their guns. Radios.
We need a medic in the second
Grab their radios.
We need medical.
Calling in air support, we gotta go.
Who's got a backpack? There's a med kit just behind us in the building.
We're calling in air support, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Biotech needs a medic here. Alright, Biotech, I've stabilized.
Medic here, but I need a fucking med kit.
Gentlemen, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Come up.
I got two of them, where are you?
Look at me.
No, doesn't work.
Nah, hit
Oh
respawn.
well.
Batman, where are you at?
How the fuck did you find an AA?
Kill you?
Yep, found one.
That's weird because when it was tested this morning it worked, so
There's
if it's
actually
now
smaller ones,
randomly
there's a
not
lot in
working, then I wouldn't know what
Already
to
got
say.
two.
Kits for the medics.
Oh, man down.
Because all they need is one of these and one of those, and they should be able to respawn people.
kit. Okay, where's the nearest medic that needs
You're out of soup? Oof.
where are you? Come down here.
Vanilla damage.
Oh, Raptor has a secondary med kit.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
We need guards to the front.
I don't have a backpack.
Will die. Take my backpack.
I have a radio on me.
Fucking Christ.
Alright, let's get some debug stuff done.
So, I'm stuck. Doesn't allow you.
Raptor, do you have an extra backpack?
There's met. I hear something.
He does have the appropriate stuff, so why is it now not giving him the option?
Alright, hey, you with the rocket launcher. Alright, I'm gonna die, and I need you to take the backpack or some shit. Okay, yeah, just take my backpack. I don't wanna respawn.
Because that is pretty much mission breaking.
Yeah, let me respawn.
Does this guy have a backpack?
In the armor! Okay, take it before I respawn.
I got it. Getting it. Got it.
This was literally tested 2 hours ago.
The tractor?
With the same mission file and the same medical parameters. So the only thing I can think of is, for whatever reason, the people...
I'm gonna free myself. Who still needs a medic, whatever?
This is our chance. We got a hole in the wall. We gotta move.
Yeah, I can't manage it. Sorry.
Come on, there's a hole in the wall over here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Tools, options, add-ons, reload, plugin.
Someone over
I
here.
got you, bud. Hold still. Oh, hey, bud. You get it?
Okay, it's by
Oh, shit.
We're both reading the fuck.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't get it?
For me, one for the enemy.
I think it's time to go.
He doesn't have any.
Where the hell are we going, boys?
The fuck is still calling medic here?
I think this is the part where everybody goes.
I'll fucking see you. Raptor, come on, let's go.
One of my friends said that. Gentlemen, we gotta go. Porter, let's go.
Follow me.
Looks trustworthy. He's got a big gun. Let's go.
Tools, options, add-on. We're going this way.
The only way I can think of... trying to wrap my head around this one. So, how the medical system works is if they're assigned as medics and they have an FAK and a medikit, they're able to revive. So, what I'm now trying to figure out is why it's now not working when we have 50 people on the server. I can't seem to think of that. Manual respawn's on, so they're just going to have to go with that for now, but...
Revive script is bugged. We need to restart the script client side, but I don't know where I can do that.
No, that was for the TFAR people. I have no idea why the medical script is bugged. It was literally tested an hour before you all got on, so respawn.
Right.
Have a med kit on me, take it.
I have one already. Oh, first exit, yeah, I'll take that.
Maybe somehow the medics got unchecked as medics, which doesn't make sense because all medics in vanilla Arma, by default, are assigned that role. So I'm gonna have to cut open the mission file. I'm gonna basically take a PBO and re-extract it.
Neutron, time to go.
You at?
But again, it makes no sense because this is literally the same script package we
There's a
used
hole
for
in the
every
wall
single
here
op
on the
beforehand.
side.
So I'm trying to, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So it looks like these guys came up here. There's a hunting rifle up there with a scope.
can't hear you anymore.
I mean, for the most part, if they all work together, it shouldn't actually be that big of an issue in the long run. Because, you know, they will be able to overpower anything. But I'm just trying to think, like... This is a new issue I've never actually had before with this script. Like, I've had one or two ops where the script will outright break on me. And I'm thinking this might be one of those times. I'm trying to figure out, like, what would I have done in the past hour to possibly break it? I don't know, I'll also have to look at the RPT to figure it out. But Monadic, thanks for giving Dante a sub. I probably just butchered his name. But I hope you both keep enjoying the ops nonetheless, and I hope you get a kick out of this. So, you know, this is just great. The frickin' Twitch announcements aren't working properly. The medical system's being wonky. Something's not right. That's okay. This just adds a new level of challenge. Well, no, people can still respawn. I mean, you're seeing that here. I mean, people are swarming back out from the soccer field. Oh, is Muxibot doing the time travel? Of course he is. So Risen's marked as purple, which means he's allegedly unconscious, but... And Frisk has run over here, but this guy is not... Oh, it just detected him. He quickly gets down. Yeah, that guy's stuck on a patrol vector. I know I could set the squad leaders as respawn points. These guys never got reinitiated, that's fine. And I can always, ambient animation. What I meant to do for these guys. Well, Jake, the job isn't to smite them all, but thanks for the 100 bits nonetheless. So yeah, all the players have pretty much scattered at this point. You're just going to have people spawn and basically try to figure things out from here. My best working hypothesis right now is that the medics, for whatever reason, the thing that ticks them off as medic isn't actually working. That's my best working guess right now. This happened once, like... 2 years ago, this happened in a Friday mission file where the medical script was fine. See, because I think they're getting the vanilla option here. No, so... Am I dumb? Like, that just happened, right? Well, I took a copy of Frost's kit because he was claiming he wasn't able to do it. He had the meta kit, and he had the FAK, so he should have been able to do it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So, either people are idiots, which it's TSB, that's a very big possibility, or people aren't just doing their medical stuff properly. So, I mean, Obi Red here. He's doing the animation, and I think people are just idiots. Okay. So I'm stressing for no reason because people are idiots. Okay, got it. Cool. Thank you. So these guys, they found one of the Syndicate caches over here. There's this Vic that's going over here. So they're probably going to try to AT this thing. Yep, there it goes. So anyway, they might be able to spot the platform they're supposed to make it on when they're done with this, so... I do have a limited amount of AI over here. Oh, man, I was about to have a heart attack because I was literally wrapping my head around like something I literally tested an hour prior without restarting the server. And it's like, how is that possible? But no, it's just players being silly. Okay. God, I was about to freak out. Like, what the hell's going on, you know? Because don't get me wrong, Arma, you know, it can be a buggy mess, but, you know, realistically, when you deploy something on a server and not change anything, nothing should change by proxy. So who the heck knows? I'm surprised this guy hasn't reacted. Reporter Tim, he's caught in a pretty nasty spot here. There's bad people all around that are going to try to kill him. Maybe it's if these guys are set as green, then they can't be brought up. Because the first guy I saw, he was set to green. He wasn't able to be brought back up. Nope, no, there's Obi doing the animation again. And he's fine. So it's fine. People are dumb. That's all that matters. Is IG, like, trying to go up to this armored vehicle? Oh, he's gonna get shot in the back, though. Owie. And my helicopter, wow. I guess because it went static and got shot to shit. I mean, there's Harry. So I think I'm saying people stabilize. Yeah, Raptor's able... So, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, maybe there is a delay in the scripts in it? No. So these icons are predetermined in certain slots that I made to set the, you know, just give the check marks to medic. So... I think Frost is just dumb. No offense to Frost, but, like... Pretty sure some people are just... silly. Which, granted, I guess this is also my fault because I didn't explain the medical settings, but this is the exact same medical setting we've used for years, so I wouldn't really know how else to put it. You know what I mean? So there are dead pilots. Oh, well, actually, no, they probably have to pull them out of Vic, so I don't think that would be viable. So yeah, this group is pretty much raffle-stomped. Gateway cheering 2,000 bits. Thank you again. Sorry. If we can now fix the frickin' fact that the Twitch server is deciding to mute my audio for this stuff, that would be great. Trying to give reporter Tim an opening to escape here. Just want to say hi, Rip Pilots. Yeah, righto. Some of these guys are now choosing to respawn. Risen somehow died in the car. Yeah, I think they're trying to find a way out. They're going to try to, like, climb it. Oh, they're jumping the wall from that angle. Yeah, that's funny. You gotta love the players when they come up with creative ways like this to get above a high wall and then somehow climb over.
Run! Come on, men eyes.
Back up.
Come on!
I think I know where there's some people.
I think this guy. I do not need
To help our man on many knees.
So they flipped the Knicks and they tried to fix it, but unfortunately they were killed when they tried to adjust. Meanwhile, another group of the players has come up here, and I guess they're rallying up here to defend themselves. Alright, so now we've got technical difficulties dealt with. There wasn't even, I don't think there even was a technical difficulty. I think it was just player-based silliness. So Harry's going for right there. Some of these guys are trying to vault off that side. Alright, so now we got a massive group of people now running out in this angle. They're bringing the... Look at this. This is funny as heck, in my opinion. They distributed all the AKs and all the other stuff in those 3 boxes among who they can. Now they're just chilling. Meanwhile, Iceberg... I'm curious to know if Iceberg has a map. Porter Tim has a quad bike. He's now trying to drive away. Infidel's coming back. I guess he crashed. MacMarine and somebody else are running away up there. Now you have DeVincer with somebody else right here. They're just chilling. Yeah, platoon-sized element massing up in the north. Harry Ord looks like he was shot to death right there. Reporter Tim killed himself on the quad bike. I have no idea how he managed that one. It's an angry rabble coming back to town to liberate the remaining people still alive. Here's something I'm going to do for the rest of these guys. I'm just going to grab, I'm going to say a concerned fellow left this. And I'll just keep restocking it. Because, you know, the people that are stuck because of other people being silly, you gotta still give them an opportunity. And that random man, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Again, pardon the fact that Twitch decided to break my audio bots, but thank you nonetheless. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I hope you are doing better than this guy who has stapled his NVGs to the top of this tower. So some of these Vics have been shot up, but there is also some refuel stuff nearby. These guys are fighting with this one auto rifleman who's just been on a large patrol around. Alright, so they tagged him. Well, these two guys are trying to figure things out. At this point, you should just go to where the gunshots are, in my opinion. You know, try to find the main group, because we have this massive platoon element up here just kind of swarming over. They tag this one auto rifleman, so someone who doesn't have a gun will pick that up. Take him down. We still have some stragglers all around. Looks like Malon's found that 50 cal. Obi Red's hiding up there. I think I'm going to deploy a squad of dudes to their position to see if they can kill the medic and get the stuff. Otherwise, so far, so good. So I was going to try to AT that thing real quick, but I got hit by that 50. So it was a smart use of grabbing that turret. Meanwhile, these guys are alive again. They're picking up a lot of stuff to make them look AAF. That's very risky, because they're even changing their uniform. So we might see a friendly fire incident later regarding them, because if they dress up like the enemy, they're going to look like the enemy. And plus, since they're green 4 and they're technically fighting AAF people, and AAF are classified as green 4, that's a very nasty thing to do, because you're just gonna look like bad guys. So Himed and Devincer unfortunately found an armed car, and the armed car did not really like them. So unfortunately they were shredded to pieces. Oh, yeah, so technical difficulties avoided. Now everything is more or less balanced up, but I'm just a little annoyed because, you know, people said there were technical difficulties with the medical system, which makes me freak out, that makes all the other players freak out, and it completely changes how these guys then play. Just makes everything into a mess. Now, I think the civilians I can go ahead and delete to just keep frames high. These guys are now checking the helicopters here. Yeah, if no A's heal, I can't heal them. Should probably ask Nim if there's a way to add a function on the Zeus interface to make something like that. We'll see how things go. Zeppy, thanks for the follow. Okay, had AT out. Meanwhile, you have a Grenadier right here shooting grenades at that soft-skin Vic. Hardcore just got kabloodled there. Another round, he's just shooting rounds out like crazy. These guys are literally just circling. Now this is where things can get a little worrisome, because actually it looks like the guys that picked up their uniforms originally put them back, probably realizing PID might create an issue there. Well, you got some other guys over here, they're trying to figure things out.
Yep. That was weird. It just kind of phased through the wall.
And it looks like What's That's leading the charge here. I'm not surprised. With that one bit. We still got the main base to do, and I've got QRF to potentially send. I'm not going to send an armed one just yet. I'm going to start doing some paradrops of squads. Everything's going well, Rank. How are you? Yeah, so their AT is severely lacking. However, they did find a syndicate cache, so they have a few RPGs around. Meanwhile, this group is now back here. So we'll just have to see how things go. This guy's picking up that guy's AT as well. Looks like these guys got the Knicks working. Something that can really help them out. Looks like they took out the AT guy first thing. And I'm not really going to have anything that I can send that can counter that, so it's a good call there. I'm kind of glad I made that my debug, because I had a feeling someone might go up there and find my little, because I had a plan to put my debug units there. But I decided against it. So the real fear, though, is do these guys have any AT capabilities? I didn't see any, and the issue is there's a Gorgon up here. So I'm not going to move her, but she does have some coverage on this map. Meanwhile, you're going to start seeing this paratrooper squad come down. You're going to be ordered to come up right here. Got one guy back around over here. They could potentially flank these two. They're not noticing. They're getting shots behind them. I got some guys landing, and they're being dealt with accordingly. I got this group right here. Some people running up to go join them. King's running blindly. Yeah, they took all the handgun ammo. See, players really don't think about the future with other players, potentially, so it's a little hard to balance things out accordingly, unless you directly tell them in the beginning of the op. Nah, because I only told them there's one way for them to escape, so if I then throw a rib in there, that kind of throws in the face everything I've done. So this is kind of a kill zone here. We got a lot of concealment. We got a armed car right here. And I don't see any AT up here that can potentially go and deal with that car. They could shoot out the tires with GL in regular rounds, but the AT department is still pretty lacking. See, now I'm seeing Frost. Frost was one of the guys complaining about he couldn't do it. Now he's... Huh.
What
for other people, but not for me. I don't understand, man.
I don't... Frost, try... Hold up. Try respawning. I'll teleport you back here. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's only you that's having the issue. Well, not Rustery... Oh, god damn it.
Respawning.
I'm looting your AK mag. Oh, wait, no I'm not. I don't have anything to put it in!
Because it's only him who's having the issue.
Yeah. Did I miss somewhere in brief that we're not allowed to swim to the platform? Because I was about to do that.
Yes, I said you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I did.
So, had to frickin' respawn, so now we can't test it. But if it's still not working for you, Frost, like, it's something with you. Everyone else I've witnessed is fine.
Worst case scenario, I can help you out. I can do it since you can't. If you want to throw your backpack down, I'll take
I didn't know you were medic.
Just take the backpack, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, give me a minute.
So, helicopter base is somewhere to our east, huh? Is that Debrief? It is.
Okay.
Can someone hook him up with a pistol?
Yeah, give me a second.
So I got everything
Here,
but a map.
on the ground.
Armor.
Or inside of the uniform on the ground. I accidentally put it in there. Sorry.
Oh, shit, shots.
Okay, so I'm running 556. Anybody else?
Nope, 762. I got 3 mags.
Okay.
Who'd I just
I
teleport?
have some.
I have nowhere to put them.
We need to move now.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
He's probably
Alright, this way.
desyncing out, that's why.
I'm taking shots.
Yeah, everyone else we've seen has been able to medic, so I don't know what his issue is. Or was, for that matter. So this whole advance has pretty much been stopped. The question is there a medic that can pick people up? Oh, balls. I hope one of them has AT, otherwise this is going to get very, very awkward. He doesn't have a backpack anymore, so he doesn't have the medikit, so now he can't Guys. Guys, you're killing me. Some people are trying to crawl away at this point. Vic's shooting in the tree line here. Seen some smoke grenades being popped. That's a smart idea. No, we don't have recon on, so... At least for the vanilla. Yeah, they're at an angle where the smoke's not covering them. They need to pop another smoke grenade or something. So Neutron got up. I assume that's because Frost actually... Yep. So it was literally just Frost being bugged out somehow that caused the whole Stiphin issue with the medical stuff. However... Neutron just got shot. Okay, because the smoke changed billows, so I'm going to hold fire on this Vic then. They still have Frost to get people up, though. Let me see if I can have this guy reposition. Why is Neutron in a down animation that looks like Ace? Is it because he loaded Ace and now he's in an Ace down animation? You silly, silly Billy. We don't run Ace on Fridays.
Something must work.
So this is why you don't load Ace in a non-Mace mission.
Is Ace loaded?
Yeah, look at his down animation.
11 mods murdered. Somebody said 11 mods. What the fuck?
So someone with AT finally hits it. He gets a weak hit on the right, but I'll give it to him. Now, should we cook off the vehicle?
What now?
Heads yes, tail no.
Unbug.
It's heads, which means explosion. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do another diagnostic on the server. Probably because it's still running those checked keys, even though there shouldn't. And these guys are about to find another syndicate cache up here. And these two guys are still running the entire perimeter. These guys are to the south. But yeah, if you ever see someone in this type of animation, normally it would look them in the floor, but if they're looking like at the floor level like that, this means they have Ace loaded.
Where we at?
Because Ace will load client side for you and run Ace things for you, but the server won't know how to convert them, so there's no Ace bandages for them to, you know, pick you up with. There's no Ace blood to pick you up with. So if you do that, I can't fix it because I don't have Ace loaded. The server doesn't have Ace loaded, so he's essentially screwed. So, you know, just a reminder, guys, make sure you load in with the right mods to a server. The easy way I can do to fix that is if I were to unkey Ace, but then I'd have to add the key in the next day, which I guess I'm going to have to start doing that again. So otherwise people are just going to load in with Ace, so... Someone said 11 mods rather than find the new HTML? Yeah, right. There's Nimia getting mag dumped. I've told her that she needs to fix the little green issue, because some people come up green instead of orange. So I'm thinking maybe if I run him up and shoot him, and he might switch to the proper down animation, but there's no way to tell for sure. So, who knows? But I think this has also been a good case study on how one person saying something in side chat can affect things' psyches. So I'm gonna go review how I do ops again and maybe change that. But anyway, they have their escape vector here. They just have to now find the fuel Vix to get away. Let's see, Silver has some ATs trying to line up a shot on this Vic that's trying to desperately turn around. And we still have a few people down back here that might actually bleed out. And that Vic goes down, blowing up the cache in here. That's pretty funny. Let's see, what I want to test now is if I shoot him... Yep. So now watch this. He's going to now go into the proper down animation. Yep. So that's why you don't load Ace in a non-Ace mission. I told them in the beginning they weren't allowed to swim because technically they're not going to know that's there until they open a map. I'm just going to kill Neutron off here. These guys already took some pistol ammo. That's okay. So I used to have this older method when I would run the servers, when the server wouldn't run the proper key switch for me accordingly. Because when you boot up a server, what the server's supposed to do is the keys that are loaded on the server, the mods you pick for the server are supposed to be the only mods it checks for keying and passes or fails. What my server likes to do once in a while is pick the wrong ones, and it just ignores that step, and any keys it has in that folder it checks for. So basically what I have to do is I have to take all the keys from Friday, put them in a separate folder, and then keys for the other mod sets switch out, and so on and so forth. Because, you know, there's things in there like Ace that you wouldn't want to go in. Now these guys are getting some more advanced AT, Moz's, Titans. Now they should be able to take the rest of this map, no problem. And these two are still endlessly running in circles. They might find that smoke on the horizon and go join some people. But again, this is a good testimony of, you know, how I need to adapt things, because players always find a way to be silly, to say the least. And it's anything a Zeus or Mission Maker should consider. So my tank went out of that. My Moore is still there, though. And we still have this position back here, which they could completely ignore if they wanted to, because it's not a major part. However, that autocannon might shred these aircrafts if it's not taken care of, so we'll see how things go. What I'm also going to do is I'm finally going to get one of my combat pilots up. And I might even send a sniper team or two around. So let's make this a little tougher. You know, Arma is all about knowing things, essentially, so... What can you do? But they're about... I want to say they'll have this done in about 30 minutes. You just have to get the AT up, pick and choose the proper targets here that are more bigger threats than others, but... should be more of a match. Watch that got shot as he was peeking. I'm willing to bet Frost probably had something weird loaded too. So we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. But I'll also be able to check in the RPT. If Frost was creating a certain error, for example, and I can link it to his client ID. An easy fix. I try to be helpful. I got my anti-rotor, no, my main rotor, excuse me, I got that down quite a bit. Got a hit on that helicopter. they just hit me with Titan AA. Brought the tower down, though. Oh, we can hear these guys locally. So I'm also going to pull up the RPT on my phone because I can just log into Havoc through there. So
Context danger close. Where are we going?
Start logging into that because I want to look at this RPT because I want to know by brief what the issue was.
No map yet. I have a compass though.
Well, I have a map. Rick, is anybody got comms with the other groups?
The other groups are on 50. I can.
Can you be my RTO? Southeast.
So here's the thing. If you, we're going to get a shot at Silver Dragon here trying to lock this tank with a Titan AT. But if you run a server, and the server, every time it does a mission file, it produces an RPT log, which is basically what the server logs for all the actions it does. So, Holy Light injured by Defensor. Weird. That happened over here or something? I don't know where either of them are. Yeah, so again, OB getting Holy Light up. So yeah, it's fine. I'm getting some IDs and it says error loading object blah blah blah, and the object is some random like number hash. So I'm willing to bet some of these people, if I were to ask them what their Steam ID is, or look up their names on Steam and find this Steam ID, which, by the way, this is a number I put in all my Zeus modules to give my specific client Zeus, so that number will also pull up on the RPT for certain things. So, again, I'm willing to bet these numbers are the same people like Neutron who have loaded stuff they're not supposed to, because the keying system on the server decided to bork itself today. And I'm willing to bet that's what the stem of all of the issues we've been having is because some people have been loading weird stuff. And even then, if they're not the ones loading it, I think other people, because they've loaded it, it's just been causing the server to do weird stuff. Because you don't know what happens when Arma loads stuff it's not supposed to or not told to, then it just starts acting up really weird. I'm curious, how did they get... Wasn't that over there? Maybe they tried to get to this fuel thing, but that was just a client-side or server object, so it didn't actually have any fuel. Interesting. Yeah, Arma just did some weird stuff. I'm not sure if that tank's detracked or not. I'm going to try to have it move into the compound to stay away, but we also got all these 50 cal turrets because I was trying to make this a very tough objective. Neutron getting shot down again. These guys are going to maneuver around. Not sure if they spotted the fuel trucks or not, but... have the AA site marked map, and they have need fuel marked at the helipads, and they also have the helipads themselves marked. These two guys have charged in here with the quad bike. Oh, that's pretty funny. I actually don't see the squad gun. Oh, no, they are guns up. Okay. I think if I were to do this again, I would do my system where I just have all the keys deleted except for the mod set, absolutely, because people are finding new ways to sneak things onto the server. And B, I think I've just set everyone as a medic, and whoever picks up the medic kit can do it. Because, yeah, it's a little less realistic, but I think on a mission type like this, it would need to be doable. But at least this has shown me I need to start doing that old keying system again, which can be a bit annoying for myself, but... it just kind of shows that, once again, daily reminder, I can't really trust players. And I'm not surprised with that. I mean, in their shoes, I might try to do something silly like that, too. So I'm not sure if this guy's having trouble seeing this dude right here, but... who knows? I just heard something explode. I don't know for what. How's the fuel on this thing? Yeah, still good to go. Everyone doing the neutron dance lane in critical condition. So these two actually still continue to sneak around. They just got some gear now. We got a big cache of vehicles over here. Quad bike running ahead. Duncan's getting shot at by 50 cal. Went behind this bush, so he can't really be spotted. He's trying to run up and shoot these guys with pistol. Oh, that's based. And he gets shot at by the other 50 cal right there. A lot of people are going down here. Just heard a rocket explosion over here. DeVincer went down, but Holy Light's a medic, so he could still get him up as long as he has the stuff. Holy Light has a backpack, so I assume he does have the right stuff, but we'll see later. So ideally, the best way to attack this base is from over here. You only have to deal with, you know, 1 or 2 of the towers with those 50 cals, but at least it lets you get closer. Yeah, a lot of people died in this flank. I think I just heard my helicopter get hit. And yeah, I just heard a second... No, that's that one exploding. Here's my helicopter. Meanwhile, this one guy's run up. He's, he can still see through that smoke partially. And he's getting shot at. And he goes down. Infidel down right here. Melani is doing some stuff, and we got this these guys in this Vic right here. Holy Light went under here. He is down, and they're mag dumping the green slots. A lot of people are going down to that tower. Some of them have to have marksman rifles by now because they've been fighting squads worth of dudes. Raptor, their medic, is down on that flank. You got this group of people still chilling over here. But there's no medic around to get them up because one of them has run off. Those guys are just chilling at base. And then Neutron, the other medic, even though he's possibly bugged out, he's also in trouble. So 3 of the medics I know of out of the 5 total on the server are down. Silver taking some 50 cal from one of the towers. That might even be the turrets up here. Smoke being deployed. These guys are being dragged in. They do have Frost, and I know he fixed himself, so he just needs to basically be delivered over there. A bunch of smoke needs to be popped, and they'll be okay. Meanwhile, those 2 are running over there. And Obi's back here. And he was in the Vic, so we might actually be able to get Infidel up. So we found all 5 medics. And these 2 are still just running perimeter on the island. JY is trying to bipod this and fire back at the turrets from range. Silver looks like he got pinned down trying to run up on his own. He's getting shot from the flank over there. So the best these guys can do is stabilize people. And now we're having Frost run up as the medic. So the one guy he needs to get up ASAP is Raptor. That way if something happens to Frost, he's okay. But we still have these 50 cals over here laying in a lot of heat. We also have this enemy squad of AAF coming up on that left flank. So getting to Raptor is going to be difficult. Just heard a rocket launch. Don't know to where, though. I just lost track of Frost. Alright, he's over here getting people up. Meanwhile, these 2 guys are doing some recon in this area over here. I am going to be mean and drop a wave of paratroopers over here. Bring that Vic back. So, Frost was getting Mac Marine up right there. He's now pulling back. We did see Skelly die. He's finally getting back into this area, and we got a few guys sound scattered all around over here. And this squad is coming up. I think they're shooting at Big Duncan's body. Now they're dropping people. I'm not sure if I just saw a dead, someone die. I thought I saw black there. Now you got Frost over here. I'm not sure if he's trying to revive. He might be out of FAKs as well. Nope, he is not. Report to him, I think his enhanced movement's broken or not set up. Wouldn't be surprised with everything we have witnessed today. These guys are continuing to hold his position. This autocannon would be really helpful in this fight. And Frost got Harry up. I thought he took some shots, but he's still okay. He's going to now pull back. It is imperative that Frost stays alive because he is basically the anchor for this. He's trying to hide back here, but honestly, this might be the worst place for him because it's still in clear view of where he could get shot at by other people. Iceberg Biotech are running into that compound. 2 more dudes. Could be helpful, could not. Depends how well they coordinate. And Terry now stacking more bodies over here. You know what? Let's have a teleport over here and just have a listen to the local comms. Let's see what's going on.
More, there's 1 more.
Coming.
Skelly's crawling around.
Get me up, get me up.
Get on it.
Thank you.
That's southwest.
Okay.
Right, whoever's to fucking southwest of me.
Driving Tim.
Whoever's looking south, look to your right. Jesus.
What tier is this? This is a T0 open to everyone.
And Yanni.
Yeah, still getting really shot up by 50 cals. It looks like they've disabled a few of them.
You forward with me. We'll push him fucking south-southeast. Let's go. Run.
Last one, I think. Anyone else down?
Some to the southwest.
Yeah, engaging.
I'm gonna go over there. Yep.
South-southeast.
So they're pulling back before they get the other guys up over here. That's unfortunate. They're allegedly pulling south-southeast now.
You've got like 6 guys over here.
No, just a back. It's a scroll wheel option.
Why is the freaking medic running away?
Why is the medic running away?
I'm gonna die because nobody stabilized me. Yep.
No, this is my only T0 op. No, Bill's not leaving TSB. No. He's, so he retired, like, years ago, but he always comes back and then leaves for a few months because he's in the military.
Oh.
So he came back recently.
Oh, so the tank was still alive.
I spotted him.
And, he's coming back. He didn't opt today. I wasn't able to stream it, though, because I was busy prepping this one.
Oh, it's that one.
It's the same one that shot all of us.
So, he did a naval operation today off of, the new IFA mod set, and people had fun with that.
What the hell is going on?
Run! You idiot, run!
Can't do anything. I'm an animation.
Well,
MacMarine has ace loaded too.
Everyone's screaming at him to run it, and he goes, I'm trying, and bandages his face.
Microworld.
Again, because if you're in this animation, that means you have ace loaded. So I've confirmed 2 people have ace loaded when they should.
I have to sit here until somebody picks me up.
Amazing.
That is not gonna work.
Oh, he did!
Yeah, the medic ran away.
So, question, we're all dead here. Do we just respawn?
I just respawn.
Respawn.
If you're here, respawn and hold back at the jail.
Skelly ran up. He got shot by a perimeter turret. I don't think he's a savior. He's dead. He's definitely dead. I'm going to go ahead and respawn the rest of the people here because there's no way they're going to be picked back up. And now we just have people running into this compound. Doing who knows what. I'm going to bring this vehicle back under the main so it stops sniping people. Go to commander, now go to driver. Sometimes it glitches out. Bad Wolf Yules will be TSB main. You want to give me a little synopsis here? Because I probably am going to play that tonight. Might leave early, though, for Warcraft. Then again, I need to confirm if Warcraft's even happening, because the past few times it's not, because no one shows up. Woo! The announcement. Yeah, no, I've been thinking, because YouTube is really screwing any channel that shows, like, any guns or warfare or whatever stuff. I'm thinking I'm just going to switch the thumbnail from Liru holding a gun on people to Yanni's mom. I don't know, I think that would just be better. Woo, and they get me. So Abraham, I think, got drive-by'd. Yep. And these guys were friendlies. Holy Light's been brought back up. Ah, because Obi was here. Alright. So I've been leaving a lot of bodies here just for players to pick up. Skelly's going to throw in the towel because he's been lone wolfing around and can't seem to catch a break. That is fair. And I'm going to start paratrooping in new reinforcements.
Anybody still alive here? Anybody alive?
How did they escape? So they have the helicopters, they just have to get the fuel, which is in here. But they have to work together to do it. So, you know, people that are running off on their own, they're having a much tougher time than the people that aren't on their own. And these guys have almost circled the entire map. They're literally like another 2 kilometers away. Big fleet, I love it. that's a good question. That's Battle. Meanwhile, IG, he is now running in on his own. He does have a PCML, and I know that tank is nearly dead. I don't think it would kill the Mora outright, though. This guy's firing up at Barbarian. Yeah, because he's down. So reinforcements para-dropping in. If he goes in front of this Mora, it's going to boop him, so he'll have to just basically go out and get that shot down immediately. Meanwhile, this group, I don't know what they're firing at down here. We do have the repair Vic now captured. That was a side objective in case they hurt one of the choppers, which they did right here. I'm going to be curious if they go up and accidentally blue their own Vic. That would be pretty funny. Oh, he didn't read the sign. That's a Mora, my friend. Yeah, he's decided he's gonna go the other way. A very wise choice there. I'm not sure what IG is gonna do here. He is alone, and he's very vulnerable at that point. Meanwhile, these guys, I guess, are just chilling over here. They're trying to find stuff, but most of the caches have been outright looted. We still have some vehicles up here. There's some other vehicles over there. For the most part, we're pretty much in endgame at this point. See, and then Neutron, he's up by himself as a medic. See, that's the type of play that's also screwing the players over. There's only 5 medic slots, 1 for every 10 people. And if they're on their own, then they're kind of SOL, you know? Now we have Gandhi here floating on a rock. I don't see those feet touching the damn rock itself, so he's just practicing his levitation. I still have this sniper spotter team over here was meant to stop anything running down this vector, but just wasn't used, so that's A-okay. And I've just been sending up more and more reinforcements to come up. So IG looks like he is going to pull back now. So the next time when they get everyone to go in and regroup will probably be when they're able to get this done. Otherwise, this group is now dead. They're stuck to wander. Now we just have to be patient with these guys. Well, yeah, so I'm having the AI kind of paratroop squads in one at a time here, and once I start having a bigger number, I'll send a squad up here to check that out, and then another few squads to go down and do things. So Barbarian looks like he throws in the towel as well. Have that marked out as a friendly position. Now it's just a waiting game. IG has pulled back. I guess he got shot and respawned. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to him. He now has no choice but to pull back. So Abraham was found by Obi, and Obi managed to get him up. Nice. And looks like they brought some transport trucks down. Yeah, the only place I haven't really checked yet is that military base. Oh, and now we're starting to hear the sniper go, and... Don't know what Yanni did, but... Something happened. So, Sniper Spotter team finally in play here. People are dismounting. This has to be, like, down a track. No, it's not. Why aren't they using that? Like, this is the thing that perplexes me the most. This is probably the most powerful asset they have, right? No, it isn't probably. It is, out of all the infantry and stuff. So why don't they have that working with them to clear bases? Like, why isn't that being tasked to go to vantage points? I think it's an interesting curiosity. Looks like these two found a guy. They shot him. All right. Medic went down, got these guys. And I think they're scouting that position out to see if it has the sniper spotter group. I think the sniper only shot at the vehicle because its AI only aggroed on that. It's not going to aggro on the AI by themselves. Yeah, they killed Gandhi, unfortunately. This is going to give time for Obi and Hark to get up and regroup with those players. Meanwhile, these guys, I think they're just going to swim over there at this point. Even though I said no, but, I mean, players have also loaded stuff they're not supposed to. So, we'll see how things go. Not gonna lie, I think by the time they start arriving there to swim, the players will be done with things. So I'm gonna have this now do a paradrop to that position. We'll go ahead and go recapture it. Nah, I'm not gonna do any timeout stuff. I mean, if that's what they want to do with the mission instead of playing it, feel free. They're just, you know, screwing everyone else, because they could be helping with other stuff, but oh well. So are you, like, out of ammo? No, he's got one more shot. I'm just going to reload. I'm not going to take any shots specifically because don't want to detriment them anymore. They're able to do that themselves. You just heard the spotter fire a shot. And now it looks like we're seeing this thing being used. Finally. I still don't know how that got over there. That was over there, so... I think they towed it away. That's the only thing I can think of. They towed one of the vehicles. I still love how this guy is literally, like, stapled to the top of this off of his night vision goggle. Right there. You see half of it in. Another wave of paratroopers is going to be told to go up in that position. Yeah, they're gonna go swim for it. They're just gonna go swim. Meanwhile, I think these guys are gonna regroup and then do another attack. Yeah, enjoy your frickin' 3-hour swim.
No, we need to find fuel. So we need to assault the airbase, the military base to take fuel. Apparently, that's what Iceberg's saying.
Where is Iceberg at?
He was around here somewhere. I don't know where he's gone. And everyone's back here, bud.
Sharks with freaking laser beams out of their heads. Oh, Barbarian, that was you sniping my ghost talk? It was a good shot, man. Definitely a good shot. Not sure if that guy crippled himself.
Alright, we should probably be pulling security here, so let's go ahead and...
Outcast, the heal, fucking healers are fine.
Just need fuel.
They'll get there in like 5 to 8 minutes.
Heal, sadly.
So we have one squad now going up. It's less than a squad. It's 6 dudes. 5 dudes. I thought there were 2 on that quad bike. Nah, I'm not gonna go kill him, even if I want to. I just heard Outcast speaking. He just, I think, crashed or something. That's unfortunate. So on the squads that landed in the compound, I don't think they're going to be able to leave the compound itself. Please tell me you're actually taking... Yep, so they're taking the Vic with them, finally. Destroyer's a static texture. It won't actually move on its own. Meanwhile, Neutron's back here, down here. Who do we have up here? Duncan's just walking. I have an idea. It's risky, but it just might work. Instead of sharks, I have goats. They can be a bit more nasty than sharks. Oh, I can't load them in locally. Damn! Well, that makes that useless. I tried. Gonna go ahead, delete some of the bodies up here. Fork Lamau, thanks for the 25-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one. You know what? You're right. I have an idea. Where's the moored one? Excellent. And the game begins. I'm gonna let them get through it if they want, but looking for one little form of entertainment here. Meanwhile, we got 2 guys with the technical over here. The original 5 are flanking around on the left side. They're going to probably find the same issue IG did and find that the Moore is right there overwatching. We got one group up here with really good vantage point, and they had AT. We'll see what they do with those vehicles. We got a main group assaulting over here, dealing with a few groups of Pure F. That one group, that pair dropped right there. Otherwise, the tanklet, the... Why am I blanking on? The autocannon Nyx is also down. It's going to start assaulting stuff. And otherwise, we're just going to see a massive encirclement of this base, which is risky because that just means they're going to engage all sides of the base instead of moving in with one group as a decisive blow. But I have a feeling they're doing that because they already tried that and suffered massive casualties because their medics were completely out of position. Meanwhile, we have Prozzy up here with a Maz. He is taking fire, though, so he needs to make a shot, or else he risks going down. Meanwhile, I'm gonna... Oh, and I just heard somebody get hit. There goes Prozzy. Big ouch. Meanwhile, they are now swimming through the minefield. And just double spawn the mines. That's okay. More mines will be placed. Because they have decided to try to swim for it. So, Malin being put in a high position, that's risky, because if something looks up here, it could boop him. This Vic is mostly okay. Just a lot of its systems are on the verge of exploding at 16% HP. This group coming down, that more is going to need to be taken care of somehow. And then we have this rear force. It does have a medic. So they'll be able to get Calum up right there. TP to Iota. Frost, one of their medics, is losing connection. It was too high. It was too high. Oh, that makes me mad. So Frost, one of the medics. That's not a good sign when your medic DC's like that. And Raptor, another medic on his own. Holy Light, another medic on his own right there. Does the right flank have a medic? No, it does not. I think Frost might have been their medic. The left flank doesn't have one either. Medics are just in really bad positions today, it seems. So at the spawn, I also gave them a few explosive charges with the idea of breaching walls. That's what we actually have back here, is this wall and fence are breached. So someone did that earlier, but... Nimia getting blown away up here because these guys are on the high ground. MacMarine, they were shooting at the guy in that tower, though I think he was already down. Raptor walking back, but slowly. Neutron's still over here doing nothing, so... I don't know. 5 medic slots. This is how they're spent. It's not the best way in the world. The one thing the Zeus can't accommodate for is when players do things that kind of screw everyone else. I do have the ultimate FU, though, planned. Go ahead and get rid of those mines. And some of these guys are respawning and running back. Hearing this 50 cal fire up here. These guys are taking fire, possibly from that marksman still right there. Yep. Infidel looks like he tried to cross and he was shot at. Now the tank also turning, doesn't turn full. Just tried to kill a medic in front of him. It's okay. So, that lead Vic gets taken out. These guys, they are down to medic, multiple people down, 3 effective, but they're trying to drop who they can. These guys, I'll check back in a minute. AT launched again. Not sure where that ended up landing. But let's go ahead and bring in another group of paratroopers. McMarine shooting Raptor. That's not a good call. So here's McMarine, but where is Raptor? Raptor was a medic coming! Oh, because he's dressed up as an AAF guy! Oh my god, that's so funny! Oh, brilliant. So that just screwed one of the medics, because one of the medics decided to be silly. Classic. Tank has decided to come around. I mean, that's what you get for... He's at least stabilizing him, but... Pretty silly, guys. As I used to tell people in basic training, if you dress up like the enemy, expect to be shot like the enemy. Frost, I think you found the dead guy respawn, because I see that same backpack there. And this tank might charge. It is moving back here. Now in a blocking position behind that other Vic, and now you're seeing the 50 cals firing up here. Yeah, the high ground is not the best thing to have right here, because there's a lot of heavy guns that can look up and shoot. This was meant to be a base where you take out the perimeter guys, then move in, similar to what Calum's doing. Calum could potentially steal one of these fuel trucks and drive out at a vector that won't get him shot. Now we have a technical driving up as well. This should be interesting. They're so close. They're so close. Iceberg deciding to call it because, again, they don't have a medic over here, and the one medic that did come to help him got shot because he wore an enemy uniform. Oh, this has been just a massive fall apart here, and now it's just up to players' skill on an individual level to complete the mission. I'm going to go ahead, go back here, we're going to delete all this stuff. About 30 seconds left. AT gets launched, taking out one of the AA Vics. That is fair. Looks like the minigun on, the command turret on that tank is down. And look, Lambert and Frisk, who were circling the map, finally decide to come into the AO and help. Their AT would be really useful in this situation. Calum's running up here. Manages to outshoot that one guy. 762 beating it out. Checking back here. Those guys are so close to the platform. So close. Big Duncan, he's just chilling on the edge.
Oh yeah.
Debating if I want to move it or not. They got another... a little bit. Judging how people swim and stuff is always one of the hardest things you can do. They're now dismounting from that Vic. Fuel Vics are right here. And you see those remaining Vics go down. And get another wave of paradroppers out. But eventually, brute force saves the day. Oh, you're right. I can rise it.
Just enjoy the music of weapons firing.
You're totally right. I can rise it. Or not. It decided not to rise. Alright, well, fine. Here. Just gotta put it higher.
Except that we cannot move yet.
It's a server-side object, so it takes a second. So there's the first one. There's the second one.
Hello, I'm helicopter security. I'm not near them. Just bring that.
Jebaited. So they got the fuel trucks, now they can get out of here. And now you have this one, Vic. I thought it was firing at that. It's not. Looks like he's firing at the paratroopers instead.
Yeah, it's going north. Alright. Oh, we have a friendly vehicle incoming.
He's painting, but nah, it doesn't count. Sorry to say. And Raptor left for dead with. He was also stabilized too and totally ditched. Just gonna kill him off. Alright, now you're seeing some forces essentially pulling back here.
Let's fuel these bitches.
Now they're getting the Mohawks fueled and they'll be able to get everyone picked up.
Can I get in?
Why is there no chat? I know chat's working fine, but the notifications aren't getting audio. So they've got that Mohawk fueled, that one needs to get fueled, and that one needs to get fueled. Let's see if I were to look in here. It's damn it. Oh, no, it's not anymore. So now they're just getting these vehicles fueled. Caleb almost has his fueled. Biotech needs to now look at the vehicle in third person to get it fueled. And you have everyone running off, essentially. Now I'm going to pull one last maneuver out of my butt. And get a group of paratroopers to land right on top of them.
He's actually still alive, guys from Bravo.
Wait, you're the medic. Oh my god.
I'm the medic who died and died again and died again, and now I'm back. And I scavenged a whole bunch of gear. The science base because it was already cleared.
That's friendly. God, the thing's tiny.
Welcome to the Nix.
We're spinning.
Hey, do we have an ammo Vic? Ammo Vic at all?
Why would they need an ammo, Vic?
He's on ammo.
Yeah, no ammo, Vic.
Alright, let's go, 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 go.
What up?
Which one are we in?
Welcome to the party, boys! Mount up!
Let's get the fuck out of here!
Get out, get out.
Mount up! Get your asses moving!
I got you
We're
covered!
leaving!
Big boss loaded.
Alright, there's Mohawk, take off. We are pretty much full.
We're full, we're full.
Room, get in.
Somebody close the goddamn door.
Paratroopers landing northeast of the airfield. You need to get out now.
Keep it low. We've still got other birds up.
The first transport is away.
Thanks, Moxie.
Big Duncan, I teleport over.
Fuck you. That was glorious, and you know it.
I'm surprised it worked.
Now, if I was mean, this is also a missile.
If you crash landing on the platform, I'm gonna be pissed.
The missile knows where it is at all times, but they already had it hard enough.
I feel like I should jump out before someone tries to land.
Why is there a guy swimming next to it?
Only one person.
There's multiple people here.
Yeah, no, that was the rule. Don't swim.
So you're looking at the guys that tried to swim. So I raised the platform a little bit, and you can now make fun of them.
Hey.
Yeah? Okay.
You can even shoot them. I'll let you for this one. Yeah, you guys won and did it the right way, so feel free to shoot the people down there.
The fucking execution squad, holy shit!
We got one on the south. There's one on the south.
Yes, I can't believe we did it.
One on the south.
That was my bad. Oh, shit.
Thanks, Lambert.
That was my bad. That was a misclick and a half. Oh, no shit. Oh, no.
Yanni's mom. Yanni's mom.
Glorious.
It's gonna be an interesting debrief.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna start getting everyone in here, because I know some people got stuck in TFAR because I've got to unlock the channel, or someone can just do that. Cool. So, here's the deal, guys. First off, I'm not going to apologize for what happened with the medical script, because it's not my fault. In fact, I'm a little annoyed now, because I'm gonna have to start switching the key sets to force people who connect with mods like Ace to not be able to connect with them, because sometimes the server doesn't initiate things properly. So that's just going to make more work on my end, which, whatever, but the whole reason medical script broke was because some of you guys decided to load Ace, and it overwrote your medical script. So after I figured out who was doing it, and it was kind of obvious, because when you get shot, you would go into an Ace down animation instead of the scripted down animation, you basically screwed the server. But it was, I was able to fix it, at least, you know, to make sure that this was playable. But I was tearing my hair out until I realized someone had loaded Ace. And I was looking through the RPT, and sure enough, there are some names that come up with some missing object numbers that if you then cross-reference those PBOs to what's in Ace, it matches up with what's said in those Ace PBOs. So please, guys, load the proper mod set. It's not hard, because if you don't, you literally screw everyone else on the server. So I have to start basically deleting all the keys in the server's key folder and transferring them back for the other modded stuff, because some people can't be trusted in here, and that is unfortunate. Otherwise, let's see. Overall, the other big thing I have is today I decided to have a little bit of an experiment as well and see if I gave you the option to pick up enemy uniforms so you could fully dress up like the enemy, would you? And some of you did, and were shot by friendlies, which sucked because some of you that did that were also medics. That was smart. But otherwise, if I were to do this again, I'd probably give everyone medic perms and do the key thing that I talked about, because some of, again, if I, sorry, tongue-tied. If I make this any sort of hard for you guys, it all tends to fall apart until someone is able to rally everyone. So, to the people that did that, thank you. Yeah, I know, what's that, I know. Oh, and to the chads that decided to swim it and become the virgins on the bottom of the pedestal, I let all the chads that actually did the op shoot you at the end, because, you know, extra reward. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. Otherwise, I've got nothing else to say. Just wish it could have been better, but it was up to you guys at that point, because again, some of you loaded stuff you weren't supposed to, and thus this all happened. So, squad leaders. First, I'm gonna let What's That speak because I know he was rallying stuff, and we'll just go down the list.
First of all, nobody was really coordinating anything at the very start, and so people died from the get-go because they were running around with a pistol out, so shit started off, or at least that's what I assume happened. And then we secured the respawn for those that were dying, so that way they could actually get a chance to get the fuck out, as I typed in side chat? I think side chat. I was there with Azariah, Nimia, Outcast, Janiski hopped on later. I had somebody else from one of the tier 3s with me, and we basically ran around, found a vehicle, drove around, and then Yanni told me that the extract was to the northeast, so we ran all the way to the north. And then I heard that, oh yeah, it's in the water. I'm like, hey Yanni, I know your like Finnish Empire used to like matter in the world, but you'd think you'd tell me that it's in the water, not on land.
Actually,
So,
I was told that it was in the northeast.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
have a map back
Okay.
then.
This is what it's a daisy chain, like it's a game of telephone. I'm told one thing by another person's told another thing, and so it was literally a game of telephone because we were operating on our fucking squad net, and everybody else is on channel 50, and we played a game of telephone with an RTO today. So we went up to the northern lighthouse, linked up with those guys, and we started pushing back towards the prison, and from there we took fire. Shifted to the south-southwest and started moving towards the radar tower. Finally, somebody with an anti-tank stick got up. We had a couple mass cast situations with a lot of people down. I went down like once or twice myself. I went down numerous times throughout the op, actually. Attacked that, and we were taking fire from the base, and we were going to go move towards the south-southwest, but then that's when we saw a giant force of friendlies pushing towards the military base, and Yanni got on the horn, like, don't go that way, there's a large tank over there watching that, and we proceeded to lose a good chunk of all of our medics at that point, because they were just in bad positions when they died, and we had no way of getting to them. Finally, I got up, and I was like, look, how many medics do we have left? We only have one. I'm like, okay, we had like 2 or 3 when we got here, made the call, like, pull the fuck back, we all retreated, broke contact. Hopefully people respawned and came back in the fight. I don't know, because again, comms are a bit clucky, but that's to be expected with an op like this. Then we found Iceberg calling for help, so we reinforced him only for the repair vehicle to drive us away. And I'm like, okay, that's our way out. We need to get the fuck out, because again, nobody was telling us anything. So we got up there and like, hey, let's wait for the vehicles. And the helipad was like 200 meters from where we had rallied. Big forehead moment there. And then we went and we counterattacked. We got eyes on the base with the field truck on it. And from there, it was a slow kind of plink away. Like, what are we getting shot at? We don't know what we're getting shot at. It's hard to kind of corral all those people running around. So literally, I was yelling like, break, break, break. Here's what I need. Come over here. Follow the sound of my voice. I was literally like herding cats today. We blew up the Nixes that were firing at us with apparently 50 cals because they have both missiles and 50 cals. Took those out. Somebody took the other tank out. The fuel vehicle yeeted away. We mounted up on the helicopters and we lived to fight another day. It's pretty much the entire op from my perspective.
All right, one more thing to interject, guys. If you're running around saying the N-word in the ops, you're gonna be permanently banned. Continue.
Really?
Yep.
Somebody was doing this?
Yep.
Okay.
Next squad leader. Yeah, I'm.
I mean,
you don't see my
I
bottom
didn't really have a squad. I had a
down
couple
here,
of boys
but
that I
I'm
led around.
DMing a few people.
I can fill a couple of
'cause
bits in.
Someone was apparently doing that in the beginning. So.
Okay. So at the start in the base, Malin organised him and Obi with some weapons, packed away with Iceberg. And then Obi, I'm pretty sure, was the one that kicked it off. He pulled out the AK, Malin and Ice pulled out. No, sorry, Malin didn't have a pistol, my bad. But yeah, they're the two, Iceberg and Obi, that kicked it off. I don't think it was because someone's running around with a gun. I think it was legitimately that was the time they went for it. My little group, or our little group, hopped the wall and we immediately pushed for the helipad. We cleared a lot of the helipad out and then got, I think, schwacked by the reinforcements and the Nix. But a hero and a ATV knocked the Nix over. pushed out to help you guys when you were assaulting the main military
Yep,
base.
hope you guys enjoyed the
Saw
stream,
it
by
was
the way.
kind of fucking mental,
Well,
so I pulled
I didn't
my
get
little
the N
group
word on
out
here. Someone else who was streaming
and
on the
then
ground
moved
and
across to help the
multi-Twitch got
scientist
it.
bit. And then, yeah, just kind of basically went away from what you were saying. What's that? We met up with you guys, got back to the helipad, regrouped, and then pushed on the airfield, or on the military base, sorry. Provided a little overwatch with a couple of marksman rifles and an NG providing fire, blinked off, anything we could see outside of buildings, on balconies, that sort of shit. And watch you guys yeet rockets into everything else and pull the truck out.
So, guys, actually, I'm going to wrap this up now because now I have to watch these clips, and, that would mean that whatever is said on them would be said on stream, and I can't let that happen. So, we'll be back in about a few hours for Bad Wolf's Op, and we'll be on the ground for that one. So, thanks for sticking by me, guys. Go operate operationally. I hope you enjoyed watching that op. It was a bit of a headache in the beginning because people were giving me false information, but we worked through it, and I hope they still had fun nonetheless. So, cheers, guys. Have a good one. See you in a few hours. Go operate operationally, and, exclamation point join if you want to come on, because Bad Wolf's Op is also technically open to anyone. Cheers, guys.